Okay, this is Unity tutorial miscellaneous.1, locking slash unlocking the mouse. Um, we noticed when playtesting that level yesterday that there was some errors when the mouse would get to the edge of the screen. Um, it was messing with the controls. So what we're going to do is we're going to lock the mouse in the center of the screen. And let's talk about how that's going to happen. So basically, we're going to have it, so here's how the script's going to work. The mouse is either going to be locked and invisible or unlocked and visible. Okay, so I don't know, visible, invisible. So what we're going to do is if the mouse is locked, so if the mouse is locked and the player presses the escape key, we're going to unlock the mouse and make it visible. Okay? So, and then if the mouse is unlocked and the player clicks in the window, we're going to relock the mouse. So basically, we're just going to be swapping between these two things. Okay? So in Unity, you need to go to your scripts folder, and I'm putting these in a folder called Misc series. You can just put them in your normal scripts or in here if you want. And create a new script called mouse lock script. Okay, so let's open this up. Our mouse lock script is going to have, and I deleted the start and update, but I'm actually going to add them again. It's going to have one property called locked. Oops, L-O-C-K-E-D. Okay. And we're going to have our start method, so void start parentheses curly brackets void, and our update method, update parentheses curly brackets, because we're going to be using key presses, so we need to always be checking for these things. Now when we start the game, I just want to lock the mouse automatically, so locked equals true, and then in order to make the cursor visible or invisible, we're going to say cursor.visible equals false. And in order to lock the mouse, we're going to say cursor.lockState equals cursorLockMode.locked. So when the game starts, we're saying locked is true, we're saying the mouse is invisible, and we're saying that the cursor's lock state is locked. So it can't move and it's invisible. Now, um, remember, now we want to check to see if it's locked or not. So if it's locked, we do one thing. If it's unlocked, we do another thing. So we're going to say if locked, else. So here is if is unlocked. Okay. So if it's locked, it's going to do up here. If it's unlocked, we're going to do this. Now before we were saying if locked equals true, correct? But all if statements really need is a true or false, and so locked can either be true or false. So if locked is true, this is going to be true, and if locked is false, this is going to be false. We don't need to say equals true. We can just use the boolean. It's kind of a shorthand. So in here we can see when the game starts, locked is going to be true. So first, only this block of code will run. So if locked, we're going to check for our. We're going to do another if. So inside of if locked, so inside here, we're going to say if input dot get key down key code dot escape. So if the escape key happens, what we're going to do is we're going to unlock it. So we're going to say locked equals false, cursor dot visible equals true, cursor dot lock state equals cursor lock mode dot none. And else, um, if the mouse is unlocked, we're going to check to see if input dot get mouse button down 0. So see if we get a left click. And if we get a left click, we're going to say locked. We're going to do what we did in the start method equals true cursor dot visible equals false cursor dot lock state equals cursor lock mode dot locked. And this is going to allow us to switch between a locked mouse and an unlocked mouse. So I'm going to go back to Unity. I'm going to hit so this script can just be added to anything. I'm going to add it to my, I guess I'll just create an empty. So I'm going to create an empty, call it mouse lock, and then on mouse lock I'm going to add my mouse lock script. So no properties to set up, it's all in the code. I'm going to hit play. Notice my mouse has disappeared. You can't see it anywhere. When I hit escape, it appears again. If I click in the window, it's gone. So notice you kind of have to click in the window, which is great. That's great functionality. So now we have no mouse, and we can get it back. Yep. So that's the whole deal for that.